Hi.
Nice to meet you. I'm Elise.
Jaslyn.
Nice to meet you, Jaslyn. I've got your resume here, and I see you're here to apply for our dental hygiene position that we have open.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, I have a few questions for you. Number one, what do you like most about your job?
My favorite part about hygiene is definitely getting to work with patients one-on-one and helping them get their smile back, get their confidence back, make them feel better overall with their oral health or overall health. There's nothing more rewarding than a patient being filled with such gratitude because you helped them in a way that they weren't able to help themselves.
That's great. How much training have you had, and do you feel it's been a good training? Do you feel prepared?
I graduated from the dental hygiene program at Tyler Junior College, and we have so much training in that program. From the lectures to the clinic hours that we learned more than we could have ever imagined we would have ever learned. When I took the national boards, I felt so prepared simply just by how my professors taught the lecture courses, and they teach the information in a way that it just sticks. And then with the clinic hours, we spent hours and hours and hours in the clinic with real patient experiences, cleaning teeth, scaling and root planing, polishing, doing everything that you could think of that you do every day in a private practice.
That's great. Awesome. Always good to feel confident whenever you leave school.
Yes.
Can you let me know, how do you handle a situation if your patient is not satisfied?
I think usually when a patient isn't satisfied, it usually stems from a place of confusion or just misinformation. If they don't understand why you're doing what you're doing, they're not going to be happy if it's not what they thought it was going to be. So it's really, really important to not only be able to provide your patient with the important information of what we're doing, why we're doing it, why it's important, what the outcome will be, so that they can make an informed consent. But it's also really important to listen to the patient so that they feel validated and that you are actually caring about their concerns and not just, trying to put money in the dentist's pocket, put money in the practice's pocket, that you're suggesting certain treatment because it is the best treatment for that patient.
Okay, good. All right, and how would you say that you handle criticism?
I try to look at criticism as something that I can use to grow as a person, as a professional. When people are coming at you with something criticizing, it's not an attack. They're trying to convey, this is your shortcoming, this is where you can grow, where you can better yourself. And it's really important to receive it like that, and not try and, put a wall barrier being like, oh, they're just trying to, be rude, attack me. It's not that. They're trying to help you grow, and you need to take that in and grow yourself.
That's awesome. You mentioned earlier that on the phone that you had a 1-year-old, and I was wondering, who's gonna take care of her while you're at work?
My mom has been an amazing support system, even throughout my schooling. I have never had to try and figure out a babysitter. I've always had either my mom or my mother-in-law have been so helpful with watching my daughter, so childcare really is not a concern for me.
Okay, well, I think we've got everything I need. All the questions I have for you today. Did you have any questions for me?
I did have a couple. My first is, I always like to get a feel for how my performance is going to be measured. So I was just wondering how the office, you guys measure the success of your hygienists.
It's a great question. Upon being hired, whenever you're offered the position, you are given a table where it details and it standardizes it across all hygienists. It's like a point system, so we put like a number value to what you're doing, and that's how we judge raises and different performance bonuses.
That's good. So it's like seen in a number form. I like that. I was also wondering what software you guys use as far as like computers and radiography.
We are currently using EagleSoft, which I see here is on your resume, so that's great. And we use digital sensors, digital for both Panos and FMX's Panos. FMXs and Bite Wings and PAs. And we have the wall units, but we also just bought a Nomad that we are training staff on.
Awesome. I've been really eager to learn the Nomad. We didn't get the opportunity in school, but I would love to be able to learn that.
Great.
My last question is, how can you describe the hygiene scheduling?
Oh, great question. Our office hours are 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday and 8 to 12 on Friday. Usually we have hygiene appointments while I'm here seeing the patients too. We have the front office fill the schedule. You do get an hour break for lunch from 12 to 1, and I let my hygienist have complete control over if they need to be out a day. If your child has a field trip coming up, something that you see before, you can let the front office know, and they can say you'll be out that day. If it's something that we can't get a temp for that day, I prefer y'all to try to find your own temps first. If you can't, you can ask and we can try to help you find one, but I like to let y'all have control over that as long as it's within reason.
All right. I think that is all my questions that I have.
Awesome. Okay, well, it's great to meet you. Thank you for coming in, and we will be in touch.
Thank you.